Welcome to the latest edition of LIMRA Unplugged. I'm Dave Levinson, President and CEO of LIMRA, LOMA, and LL Global. Every September, the industry, led by Life Happens, comes together to support Life Insurance Awareness Month. This campaign is designed to educate consumers about the importance of life insurance and the role it plays in protecting families' financial security. There's one thing we've learned through the pandemic, is that life is fragile. It's important to prepare for the unexpected. Our hope is that will translate into more Americans getting the life insurance coverage they need. Recent LIMRA research shows that 36% of Americans plan to purchase life insurance this year. This is especially important since the research also shows that 42% of households would face financial hardship within 6 months should a wage earner die unexpectedly. 25% would suffer financially within a month. That's why LIMRA collaborated with 7 trade associations and 76 life insurers and distributors to help engage and educate consumers about life insurance through the Help Protect Our Families campaign. LIMRA is also proud to support Life Insurance Awareness Month. In this episode, we spoke with 4 financial professionals who are on the front lines each day, striving to help their share of the approximately 102 million Americans who either don't have life insurance or don't have enough life insurance coverage. I'm pleased to introduce Alicia Bell, an insurance strategist with Crump Life Insurance Services, Chantel Buno, a wealth management advisor with Northwestern Mutual, Clint Jasperson, a wealth advisor at Thrivent, and Jason Jones, a financial advisor with Mass Mutual. We talked with each of them about why their clients should own life insurance and some of the ways they help customers understand its value. Together, we are working to make sure all families can get the life insurance they need to protect the ones they love. Thank you for tuning in to LIMRA Unplugged.
The COVID-19 pandemic has helped consumers prioritize planning for a worst case event, and that has really changed how they think about life insurance and calculating the real need, understanding that things do happen and you have to have risk management as a crucial foundation to any good financial plan.
I think the pandemic has certainly inspired increased focus on one's health, their mortality, and also with their family. I think with everyone really being together during this pandemic, it allowed me to, one, be able to reach out to my clients to know where they are, and they weren't traveling around and busy in meetings and such. So I think it really just allowed everyone to kind of assess their financial life and to make sure that their assets were in the right place. It was a great conversation starter that allowed us to dig a little bit deeper that maybe in the past they kind of pushed off a little bit.
I would say overwhelmingly, COVID-19 in general has definitely raised awareness around life insurance. Actually, there was a recent study done, and out of those individuals that had tested positive, over 42% said they were going to buy life insurance this year. And I think that just really comes down to when you're faced with mortality and you're hearing it in the news media consistently every single day, it's definitely made clients have life insurance as top of mind and something that they're really wanting to hear about this year.
In my experience working with clients, the pandemic both sharpened and clarified people's priorities. What I mean by that is people became more aware that life is fragile, we're not invincible, and we started to contemplate more and it put into focus what we have a responsibility to provide for and whom we have a responsibility to provide for, the people we care most about.
Clients should consider owning life insurance to make sure that their plan not only is going to work in a best case scenario, but also preparing for the worst case scenarios in life. And at the end of the day, so many of us have people that rely on us, have children that count on the income that we're making today to fulfill the needs long term. And in this ever-changing environment, individuals have objectives that are happening in the future that they want to plan ahead, lock in their health rating, and make sure that they have the ability to own the right amount of life insurance that's going to give them the confidence that their goals are going to be met in any circumstance.
I think the main reason to own life insurance is to protect your family, to protect your loved ones. I always kind of tell my clients, you're young, you're healthy, you need life insurance, because sometimes the older you get, the healthier you necessarily don't get. And I'll remind them that Noah didn't build the ark when it was raining. It always breaks my heart when I hear that someone has passed away and they've set up their friends or family have set up a GoFundMe page. GoFundMe is not an insurance company. The best policy to have is the policy that's in place the day after you die. And if that's term insurance, that's great. If it's permanent insurance, that could be even better.
There are many reasons that clients own life insurance, but really it fits into four main buckets. The first one's going to be just traditional protection. This is going to be risk management around income replacement and debt protection. Also, life insurance is used a lot for business needs. This is helping the business owner do buy sells, also with key man insurance and things like that. It's also used in retirement planning to make sure clients' overall plans really come into fruition. And then lastly, on estate planning, life insurance is used to efficiently pass assets onto the next generation in a tax-efficient manner.
In our practice, we really believe in the concept of stewardship, which implies that everything we have is a gift. And all of our clients are in this position where they're responsible for multiple things. One of those is providing for the people they care most about. So what this means is we help them identify how their money can be used as a tool to express what's most valuable to them. And part of that's ensuring that their families and the people they care most about are protected in case the unexpected happens.
There are many misconceptions that individuals have about life insurance. One that we see over and over again is that the average American believes that life insurance is between 3 and 6 times more expensive than it actually is. So solving the need can be something that fits into a budget, even if individuals don't believe that that's the case. Another misconception I see all of the time is calculating the amount of need and how long an individual will actually need life insurance coverage. So it's important that our clients calculate the correct amount that they're going to need to solve all of the objectives that they have, and also plan for having convertibility or permanent death benefit or longer term coverage so that they have options even when their kids turn 18 or when the mortgage is paid off.
Well, I think one of the biggest misconceptions people have about life insurance is I hear sometimes they say that I've got it at work. And a lot of times they maybe don't even know what they have at work, but they also don't know that protection is really there as long as they're employed with their company. And in this day and age, there's not a lot of people that are staying at jobs and staying at companies for 30, 40 years. A lot of people are changing jobs. And when that change happens, their insurance stays with the company. And I think that's the main part is the education is people, they don't want to be sold something. They want to be educated on what's out there and what's available. My role is to be to play the job of the educator. Let me educate you on what's out there so that you can make a decision that's best for you and your family.
So when doing life insurance planning, there's often misconceptions that clients have. Probably the biggest that I see is actually around the cost of life insurance. LIMRA did a study in 2021, and over half Americans surveyed overestimated the cost of term insurance by over 3 times the actual cost. That's a big differential there. Also in the process, clients say that the process is difficult and it's complicated. And while life insurance doesn't happen overnight, with medical and technology advancements, there's programs like simplified underwriting that have really enhanced the overall experience for clients.
In my experience, one of the primary misconceptions about life insurance is around the why people buy it. Oftentimes, you can go online onto a computer and type into some calculator online and come up with this arbitrary number. And then oftentimes even put it on the back burner, right? There's no specific formula that should tell you exactly what your life insurance number is, because it's all about what it means and what it's supposed to do, the why behind it. That's really where I think we add value as financial professionals. It provides them a sense of confidence, financial well-being, and knowing that they've actually checked the box on one of those obligations to strengthen their financial situation.
It's our job as advisors to help consumers understand the value of life insurance, both in protecting all of the things that are important to them and the family members, beneficiaries, people who will rely on them if something were to happen. Also, customers need to understand how permanent life insurance can play a role both in long-term predictability, legacy planning, cash value accumulation, and all of the facets of how life insurance really plays a pivotal and crucial role in the different times in your life and the different phases of your financial plan.
Well, I think the pandemic made people realize just how fragile life is and how important it is to be better prepared for whatever life brings at you. We all know someone who has maybe recently passed away. And I can't tell you how many calls I get from clients that say, I just spoke to my best friend and he's just recently been diagnosed with a condition. And I want to make sure that this could happen to me. I need to make sure that I protect my family, and I make sure that if something happens to me, that I'm not just paying for burial expenses, but I'm replacing my income, and I'm making sure that my kids get educated. I want to make sure that my family doesn't have to change their lifestyle because I didn't want to talk about a subject that not a lot of people want to talk about, but they know they need to. And to do it with a trusted advisor. Recently, a LIMRA Research study said that 4 in 10 individuals would be in financial jeopardy if their primary wage earner passed away unexpectedly. And that's just too many. We need to make sure that those numbers go down substantially.
Just like anything else, clients have to understand the value of life insurance. They have to understand that it's really solving a problem or it's helping them with a particular need. If they understand the underlying value and need that life insurance is solving, this is really where they buy in. Also, things like living benefits and long-term care riders have transitioned life insurance from just a death benefit to something that they can actually utilize in their lifetime. And then knowing what makes your client tick, we have to custom tailor the conversation to the client. So is it more of an emotional need that they've had experiences with sudden death in their family, or it might be more financial where they want to hear how it protects their overall assets and helps them get to their end goals?
I would say the value of life insurance is a combination of two things. It's a pencil math and it's a heart math problem, right? So by pencil math, I mean the head math, where you actually run the numbers, you figure out the type, the term length of the policy, the type of the policy, cash values, premium amounts, your insurability, all that fun stuff that I'm sure people wake up in the morning not being able to wait to get out of the bed to discuss, right? But the reality is there's heart math that goes into this. You have to think about what your family would really need. And part of that involves imagining and going to a place that's uncomfortable, right? What kind of life do you want your partner and the children in your life in the event that you couldn't provide for them? What kind of life do you want them to have? What kind of life would they like to have, right? That's an uncomfortable discussion. So we take that heart math and that pencil math and we combine that and we weave it together to structure a financial product, in this case, life insurance, to help them understand how that value proposition is going to help them meet the objectives in their life. And we as financial professionals really feel an opportunity to guide those clients in that process and help them achieve that, because that clarity is really meaningful and helps make the whole product purchase and the experience of buying life insurance a lot easier.
Life Insurance Awareness Month is a great opportunity to help people refocus on something that often is number 11 on our top 10 to-do list, right? Which is protecting for the things that could happen in life. So it gives an opportunity for us to spotlight how important it is to be proactive around your risk management and very consciously and thoughtfully solve the needs that you and your family might have when it comes to life insurance coverage.
Well, I think Life Insurance Awareness Month is important because it shines a light on a topic that every adult should think about and do something. Life insurance is not required. It's not mandatory. And frankly, it should be. You know, we have to have car insurance. It's required state law. But when you think about your life, our life is way more valuable than an automobile is. I think too many families today are underinsured or they think that they're uninsured. And I really just feel like what Life Insurance Awareness Month does is it just brings to light a topic that that people really need to be addressing. We've got to make sure we've got a plan for the unexpected. And I think that's why life insurance is one of the greatest financial tools that's ever been invented. We need to make sure that in as many Americans or as many people are protecting their families as best that they can. And I think that's what the industry does a great job with Life Insurance Awareness Month.
Life Insurance Awareness Month is so important to our industry, with organizations like LIMRA that provides a central voice for the overall industry and helps really spread the messaging into the communities. So there's a big gap between who actually has life insurance and who really needs it. And that's where Life Insurance Awareness Month comes in and just spreads the messaging of the common good of the industry. And instead of being carrier focused, really has a holistic viewpoint and spreads that messaging through videos and testimonials and also facts that clients can really understand.
Life Insurance Awareness Month is important for our industry because, the pandemic has enforced the importance of life insurance as people across the world have experienced loss and witnessed the fragility of life. Talking about losing someone is not an easy discussion. I joined this industry because my father passed away at a really young age. And the reality is, having only 1 to 2 times a teacher's salary through an employer life insurance was not enough. It threw my family into financial survival mode. And that's the exact opposite intent of what most people want to do to provide for the people they care most about.